completely, like Darwin said, I respect what you're saying, but can I be completely honest with how I see things when it comes to women? A lot of women will go through hardship and relationships and talk about this healing process that they have to go through in this journey. But life is a journey. You will never stop growing. You will never stop evolving. You will never stop if you have good intentions with yourself, you should never stop wanting to be better, stop wanting to with a husband, with kids. You should still be evolving and growing and wanting to be the best version of yourself in every decade, in every phase of your life, past retirement, past grandkids, past all of that. You want to continue to grow. So, my thing is what I was told. My parents always said, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is life. You have to commit to your decisions. You have to deal with your consequences and you have to keep pushing forward no matter what setbacks, no matter what things that no knockdowns on you feel knocked off your feet. You have to keep moving forward because you know what? Your life can be over with in the blink of an eye. When you have children and you can't say, "Oh, I'm not right to be a parent." Guess what? You got to hit the ground running when you become a mom. There is no I'm not ready. Once the baby's here, there is no well, I'm not ready to be my best self. I got to go on a journey to learn how to be a mom. You know what you do? You learn as you go. You read, you push yourself, you're pressed to the limit, and it's iron sharpened iron. You learn that person, and that's what it is. You have to have that same approach when it comes to relationships because every man is going to require something different. No man is exactly the same. No man will be annoyed by the exact same things. No man will love you the same, right? So, in every relationship, you're going to have to approach it differently, but always working on yourself. There is no time to waste. When people say, I'm not pressed, you should always be pressed. You should always be pushing forward and have some ambition and go about you with your life. I lost one of my best friends in this life. She died at 37 a few years ago. And I promise you, I would have thought for the end of the earth, I would have grown old with her. That was she had my heart. So when you lose people, you be like, because you used to losing older people, or you used to there's gun violence and all of that. But if you ever seen a person drop dead that was healthy, just in a house, just drop dead in their 30s, that does something to your psyche that people think it happens in a car accident or other ways. Have some ambition and go about your life and don't be afraid to make decisions. And it's gonna work out, but you can't be afraid to fail. You gotta get better and you won't fail.
I don't think it's some. I do think you have to stop and pause. I do think that you can't just keep going. Like you, I lost a daughter, so I live life to the absolute fullest. I love love. I am a hopeless romantic. I love it, but just right now, today, where I am, a whole new
I
beginning.
didn't say pause. I didn't say don't
I just
pause.
feel like on the romantic side, on the dating side, like I have to take a step away from that because I can't give somebody. I feel like I'm not whole, so I can't give somebody half of a whole. Like I want to come ready and be able to love somebody the way they want to be loved. If I was just dating somebody right now, I would literally just be. I wouldn't be able to give them everything they deserve. So that's just how I feel personally. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I really don't date. But if I meet somebody that I feel like, boom, because the stars align, I'm not gonna like deny that person. But now it's kind of like I'm not in a position to give that. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't give them what they needed or what they deserve. That's just how I personally feel.
But how can you determine what a man needs and deserves?
Because I know when I'm giving a man my all and what I'm willing to give in that moment and what I have to give, and I feel like I can't give that. Men expect a
So
lot.
I thought it was until you had a conversation with a man and he had laid out what he wanted, sort of like what we talked about earlier about all the things that we want our women to have. then you would be able to look at yourself and like, okay, do I have X, Y, and Z? Do I qualify? Am I compatible?
I think that you know what amount of love you're willing to give and what you can give to somebody. That's in friendships and relationships overall. Like not been friends with somebody because I felt like I wasn't going to be a good friend to them. You know what I mean? Like I know
But
wasn't going to work out. The friendship.
Aisha, you ever thought that God may send you a husband to help you work through that though?
No,
You ever considered that?
I think that God is going to send me somebody that's already healed. I think I've
No,
been.
I'm saying to help you work, to help you hold your hand as you work through what you've experienced. You see what I'm saying? Because at this moment, you may be closed off to that person who may help pour into you to help you through that process. It may not be a love affair at first, but you never know what and how that relationship or a man could come into the situation to thrust you throughout that situation while you work on yourself. It may not be I need to be completely this in my head. Because as women, we want things so perfect sometimes. We want it to look like this. We want it to be like this. We want to feel like this when this happens. But sometimes that's not how life plays out. A lot of it is discovery. A lot of it falls into your lap. A lot of it is you were something that I never knew I needed in a lot of situations and in a lot of ways. Just think about it.
Yeah, I think it's just I think you feel like you just got to come fitted. Like you just need to be malleable. And if what you're saying is you're not malleable, um, that's actually worse than you not feeling like you in the right place to be in a relationship. The fact that you unimpressionable or a man can't come in and say, hey, this is the things that I'm looking for in a wife, and you're willing to adjust to it, just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna come fitted. You just got to be able to be tailored. And if you can be tailored, then you good to go. You just gotta communicate.
Yeah. About to go ahead and close this off, y'all. I gotta get to these super chats, man. But just keep in mind, I don't think anybody truly understands or even know when they're fully healed. You know, I think it's one of them things that you can either say I'm in my healing process, and you can say I'm healed and still not be healed. It's just one of, you just never know. Because different situations is gonna bring a different you. So life is all about risk, all about ups and downs. Take some chances. I think Kasey made a good point. You can not wake up tomorrow, and what have you accomplished? There's a lot of lonely folks that are old and they don't really have anybody by their bedside, and they live life in regret because they wish they would have had done things differently. Maybe spent time with the right people. Sometimes people look back and like, damn, I should have gave him a chance. He was good for me, but they wanted to go live the life in a different way, and so you made that bed and you got to lay in it. And unfortunately, it happens on both sides, right? It happens with men and women. So you just got to look at your life and have an open mind, because your mind play tricks on you. Your mind will tell you you're doing everything correct. And in a reality that you may not see, you're not. You're delusional. I've seen men that's delusional. I've seen it. So it's men and women that are both delusional. So a lot of times when people live in fear, I think they rearrange the thoughts in their head to view life in a certain way. And it's corrupted, man. It's tainted. And you got to look at yourself and be like, am I living my life right now? And not even realizing that I'm a project. Sometimes you can't even grow because you still want to remain a project. I'm on my healing journey, on my healing journey, on my healing journey. How long are you going to be on that journey? Everybody's on the healing journey. There's some people that's functioning. But I do think that it's not meant for everybody to be those leaders or to be those vessels. I think certain people are meant to be strong to pick up other folks, help them out. And there's going to be some folks that just ain't going to never get it. You know, I haven't read the Bible, but I'm pretty sure there's some stories in there of people that have never gotten it. And that's the reality that we live in now. And so you can help people that want to be helped. You can always check in with folks, and if they want a little bit of change or they want to hear you out, just have an open. If you have an open mind, I think there's always the possibility. But if you just have closed-minded, you're not going to hear other perspectives or a different way to look at things. Stop taking everything personal all the time. Sometimes some messages are meant to hit you in a way, and not for you to accept it to be personal, but maybe you can utilize that in a different part of your brain, and it could be a motivation for the rest of your life.